Avengers, assemble. Welcome back to Sanders Presents. I'm Greg, and if you're enjoying the content we're producing, please consider sponsoring us on our Patreon by becoming an Avenger today. We have two tiers available, a $3 tier and a $5 tier. At that $5 tier, you become an Avenger Premium member, and your name is added to our founding Avenger Hall of Fame, along with these other lovely people. I want to thank my Avengers so much for sponsoring the content here at Sanders Presents and for making this work possible. So to all of you, thank you so much. So we're going to get right into it yet again today. This usually happens. And again, this video could be outdated by the time it goes up. Who really knows? But it's the new year. Crystal Dynamics has been on vacation. Things have been a little silent, so to speak. There hasn't been major updates. Last major update was the 30th of November, 2021, where we got the Claw Raid and Spider-Man. And it's January. Okay? So, what does that mean? Honestly, it doesn't really mean anything. There seems to be like again, the internet loves to create controversy. The internet loves to create controversy because it drives clicks. The goal, if you will, if you'll allow me, the goal of any kind of clickbait is to get you in the comment section of a video arguing with others, because you have to continue to return to that video to argue about said topic, to debate it, to call other people names, to call out anything, to argue with the content creator, whatever. But one way or the other, it's to drum up nonsense. And frankly, since Avengers was revealed at E3 2019, and again, I remember I was there. I saw the response firsthand. It was not overwhelmingly positive. It wasn't. I mean, we got to be honest. It wasn't overwhelmingly positive, okay? There was a lot of people going, why is Crystal Dynamics making a live service game? And I had that a lot. I heard that a lot. But I'd been hearing that since I leaked the Avengers project all the way back at the tail end in December 2016. It kept coming back. It's been an ongoing topic. Why are they making this? This doesn't seem to be up their alley. Okay? And again, maybe it wasn't. It definitely didn't tie into what they had previously worked on. It didn't seem right up their alley. And Square Enix has even recently acknowledged, like, yeah, this, we gave this to them. They hadn't done anything like it before. And again, it can be argued if they put their best foot forward, right? That you can freely debate that. You can freely debate whether or not they were capable of achieving the level of polish necessary for a live service game when they hadn't done live service before. Now, that being said, there's a lot about Avengers that works. There's a lot of great ideas here, and that's the thing. There is a lot of good here. There is a lot of fun here. And the level of fun and the amount of time that you consider fun is completely in the eye of the beholder. And it's always interesting to me that this continues to come up in our comments. And then again, I try to be community driven, so I try to then answer these questions and I try to tackle them head on. But it's strange to me because, I mean, there will be a roadmap. You just have to wait. That's it. I mean, I don't know. Again, even World of Warcraft, they put out their expansion and they put out, updates, but that it's all irregular if you want to refer to it as such. Like, it's not constantly every single week. You know what I'm saying? There's not major updates to every game every single week. I can't think of a single game that's adding major fundamental, new characters or new classes every single month. That isn't realistic in development, especially right now, especially with a studio that doesn't have a history in live service. Okay? It's a different conversation. So, trying, in a desire to be community driven, I get asked, especially lately, there's been no updates. Is it dead? And I'm just like, it just started. 2022 just started. We got to take a beat. We got to take a beat. I mean, we just do. As a community, and again, I don't notice this among everyone. It seems, I mean, there's a level of impatience. There's a level of a lack of understanding with game development. There's a level of a lack of understanding with the fact that Crystal Dynamics is not known for live service, and they are learning as they go. There seems to be an overall lack of understanding, and then it's further worsened by the clickbait social media atmosphere that we live in. That is driving those kind of desires. It's driving those kind of conversations. It's not healthy. I don't think it does any good. I don't think it does any good to obsess over it. The game's updates will come when the game update comes. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of other games to play. If you want to play Avengers and max out every character, I'm sure you have the time to do that. If you've already done that for Avengers, again, come back, play, get your units, do whatever, play other games. I don't know. I am of a different mind, okay? You're not going to click on a video and you're not going to see anything. You're not going to see that kind of content here, for one. You're not going to see me going every week, this is it, it's over. It's over. We didn't get an update. We didn't get an update. It's over, Mac. It's over. Game's ending. It's done. Spider-Man's the worst ever. Everything's terrible. It's like, what's that going to do? Like, that's not what I do here. That's not what I do here. I want to look at something realistically. I want to look at something reasonably. I want to take everything we know and use that to build a discussion around, but I'm not going to run and chase every sky is falling little drip of paranoia. That's not it. That's not it. I don't, do you see a clock? Do you see a clock counting down? There's no doomsday clock on my wall. There's nothing. I don't have enough wall space for a clock to begin with. But I mean, like, because I mean, look, come on now. There's no doomsday clock in the background. I'm not counting down for, oh, well, here it is. The game's dying on this day. It's not what I do. That's not. If you are being fed this kind of clickbait, if you're being fed this perspective, it's not doing any good. Again, it's just a video game. There's a lot of video games. Yeah, I mean, if you've put 1,700 hours into Marvel's Avengers, good for you. I haven't put that much in. I enjoy it. I've talked about my kind of gaming habits. We've talked about our gaming habits. So people kind of know how I play. I do play other games, though. You know, in the limited amount of time that I have to play a game, I play other games as well. And it's a different atmosphere for everybody. I don't sit down and go as a consumer or as a professional and think to myself, I know when this game is dying. I don't. If Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics announce that they're ending support for Marvel's Avengers, if it's a part of the roadmap or whatever, if they come out and say, hey, listen, we're finishing up 2022 and that's it, okay, so be it. Fine. We'll get some good characters. Hopefully they're able to, wrap up. Hopefully everybody's able to find new jobs on a project. I'm more worried about people working. I am. I'm more worried about, okay, where does the Avengers team go? Do they got jobs? You know what I'm saying? That's my perspective on it. Because it's not easy. It's not easy out there. It's not. These games are made by real people, right? This is a job. This is a job. It's made by real people. When that project is over, do they have something else to go to? That's an important thing. If the game stops support, okay, well, that always happens. I mean, live service, nothing lasts forever. Just ask Taylor Swift. So, in answer, because I know this is a roundabout way to answer the questions, we haven't, is it a bad sign that we haven't got a roadmap? If I can sum up all of your varied questions, or all the weird kind of varied questions are sort of beating around the bush, because I'm not entirely certain when people ask me about, is the game dying? I don't really know, like, what the clickbait answer is there, In terms of not having a roadmap yet, and who knows, this video could be out of date by the time it goes up, but I'm answering it based on the comments. No, I don't. It took a while to get the roadmap for 2021. It takes time. These people got to work. They got to have vacation. Got to have time off. Then they got to work from home. Then they got to figure things out. Like, this isn't something that happens overnight, especially for a company that wasn't doing live service before. With a team that wasn't used to live service. They're learning. I don't know what the future holds. Like, there is no kind of crazy insight of, oh, the game's dying. And I'm not going to speculate on that either, because that's not an interesting conversation. It doesn't do anything for the clickbait to do a video every other day or every week. I mean, that's dull. That doesn't interest me. It doesn't interest me to go, hey, the game's going to die. The game's dying. The writing's on the wall. It's over. Spider-Man was the worst ever, and now it's ending. The game was supposed... I mean, think about it. I mean, memories are short on social media. We were told... I mean, if you go through all the clickbait, as I quickly have, just cursory search, we weren't going to get War for Wakanda. There was clickbait that Avengers is going to be... there was tons of it about we're not getting War for Wakanda. Then we got War for Wakanda, and then it was we're not getting Spider-Man anymore. The game, we won't get to Spider-Man. We're not getting any more heroes after Black Panther. I mean, come on. It just keeps moving. At some point, it will be over. It's inevitable. I don't know when that is, but it's not an interesting conversation to me. It's not. And I don't see any of these as major red flags because, again, it's only January as of the recording of this video. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time to get a roadmap. There's plenty of time for them to get their ducks in a row, to be organized, and then to deliver information to us in a concise manner where they're comfortable and confident in their release schedule. But that is nothing, I mean, again, and if the roadmap, if they come out with a big press release saying, hey, listen, after 2022, we're wrapping up, so be it. So be it. It is, again, it's out of our hands. We are the consumer. We supported a product. When that product is no longer supported by the developer and they close up shop, that's the end of the relationship. That's it. I mean, that really is. I don't think any of this is a bad sign. I'm not going to sit and try to feed into any kind of clickbait or any kind of weird paranoia, and those conversations just don't interest me. They really don't. I do hope that whatever happens, again, when the time comes and when the team moves on from Avengers, I hope everybody has other projects lined up. I hope Square Enix is able to relocate them, or that Crystal Dynamics is able to relocate them. I mean, that's the big thing here. And then whatever happens to Avengers, I assume it will stay online for a little bit. People will still be able to play online. I don't think that's going to shut down overnight either, so you'll still be able to enjoy all the content that is already out, and we'll just go from there. I mean, that's it. You enjoy the game for the time that you have it. If you don't enjoy it, you move on and you play something else. If you're bored of it, you move on and you play something else. I mean, that's it. That's just it. Gaming is simply a hobby. Gaming is simply something for downtime. Gaming, I mean, that's just it. I mean, that's it. So, to my Avengers, thank you so much for sponsoring this content and for making Sanders Presents possible. If you're able, please consider joining our sponsors by assembling with us on our Patreon and becoming an Avenger today. Again, all the links are in the description below, including a link to our Sanders Presents Discord and a link to purchase my debut novel, 89 Instrument of Destruction, which is available on Amazon now. To everyone, thank you for being a part of this conversation. I really do appreciate it. Please consider liking this video if you haven't, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share our content with your friends. It helps immensely with YouTube's analytics and algorithms. Above all else, and most importantly, stay safe, take care of others, and have a marvelous day. Bye, everyone.